Hi there, welcome. Today we're going to do something fun with a veggie tray. I know that a veggie tray is pretty common for most parties, for holidays and that kind of thing. But today we're going to have a lot of fun making a special veggie tray. So follow along. Okay, we're going to transform these veggies into the shape of a turkey. You can use whatever vegetables you like. Fill in however you like. These are just some that I chose. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. First, just choose a serving tray that you like. I'm going to do something round, but you could do square, rectangle, however you like it. And I'm going to start with some lettuce here. So that's going to be the outside feathers. You don't have to use the romaine. It probably won't get used up in the veggie tray. And I'll stick it back in the fridge and we'll use it in a salad. Next, I'm going to do celery sticks. I'll just start way down here. It'd be fun to have little kids help you with this. Just make sure they have clean hands. Okay, next I will do the red peppers. There, okay. Next, I think I'll do carrots. Okay, then next, I think we'll do, how about some cucumbers? I'm gonna let the cucumbers kind of go all the way around there. Okay, then I have a bowl that I'm going to put on here. So I'm going to make sure that fits. There we go. So now I'll go ahead and add a few more cucumbers, kind of pile it up so you can see little ruffles there. And the peas, I think we'll just kind of squeeze those in down here. I think I'll use some of the yellow peppers and just kind of fill in here and there just for some color. That's all the veggies I'm going to put on. And now we're going to make the dressing. Okay, we'll need some sour cream and some ranch mix. Well, it's about 3 tablespoons of the ranch mix to about 1 cup of sour cream. So I'm probably going to make about 2 cups of it. I'm not measuring. It's not a big deal. You can just go ahead and add the seasoning and taste and just keep seasoning until it's just how you like it. This has always been my favorite dip and it's so simple to make. Okay, now we're going to make a cute little face. We're going to put this little guy, it's the bottom of a red pepper. We're going to put that right there. That's going to be his eyes will be up here and his little cheeks. And then I'm going to put a teeny little bit of sour cream. Well, I'll put it right here. No, I'll put it here. For the little gobbler thing. What is that thing called? And then his beak. I just took the end of a piece of carrot and just made a little V wedge in there. Give him a little glue. And then I have a couple little candy eyeballs that we're going to use. There you go. Our little turkey veggie tray. Isn't that adorable? I hope that you'll try it. Use your own ingredients, whatever veggies you like. I have seen others use like broccoli and cauliflower, that kind of thing. You can do without the lettuce. Like I said, just make it however you like, whatever veggies you like. But he's going to want to show up on your table this Thanksgiving or Christmas. When I'm preparing food for a holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas, I like to think about how I can make it more fun for the kids and even for the adults. Sometimes it's fun to have something that's fun to look at. And today we're going to make a cheese ball that is in the shape of a pumpkin. Now I've made this several times before, and you can actually use any cheese ball recipe that you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you one that I like. and I hope that you'll follow along. It's so easy and it's super cute. Okay, the recipe that we're doing today has bacon, cheese, green onions, the cream cheese of course, and we'll be using about 1 tablespoon of minced onion and a ½ teaspoon of garlic, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So I'm using sharp cheddar for inside the cheese ball, and then I have a fine like Mexican blend that we will roll the pumpkin in. And you'll also need a top for your pumpkin. So I have the top of a couple peppers, and I'll just decide which one I like best. Whoops. So you'll need some twine or some sort of string and some scissors and some plastic wrap. So we'll go ahead and get started. First thing we need is our cream cheese. The cream cheese should be softened. Okay, then we'll add our green onions, sharp cheddar. It's better if you shred the cheese yourself, then it doesn't have that powdery texture on the outside. And then we'll go ahead and put in our seasonings. Pepper. This doesn't have to be exact, that's why I'm not using a measuring spoon. And all of it you just season to taste. And then just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt because of the bacon and the cheese. We really don't need that much. ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, about a tablespoon minced onion. And I'm not gonna pour the Worcestershire in my hand. I'm just gonna dump it in here. About 1 tablespoon. And then I'll add in our bacon, 1 cup of cooked bacon. So I'm gonna use the mixer, but you can mix it by hand if you'd like. Okay, there we go. It's all mixed up. So now I'll get a large piece of plastic, and then I'm going to form it into a ball on the plastic. But I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to plop it on there and then use the plastic to form it. And shape it into a ball. Making sure that you don't have a bunch of creases like that. And then I'll just kind of pat it with the cheese. This is going to be what gives it the color. You can use any kind of cheese you like, just make sure it's finely shredded. And then we'll put our cheese ball on here. Make sure it's formed into a ball. Okay, then we'll put our string underneath half of it, fold it up, tie a little knot, make another piece of string, making sure it's kind of in the middle, leaving little creases there, twist it, then twist again, one more time. And then tie in a knot, make a little indentation, make sure it's where you want it. Tie your knot. There you go. Now it's ready to put in the fridge for an hour or two until it's firmed up, and then just take your plastic and your string off and you're all set. So we'll go ahead and pop it in the fridge. Okay, our little pumpkin has been chilled, and now I'm going to cut the string carefully. Isn't he so cute? Now I'm going to put the stem in. I like this one better. Isn't that adorable? So it will look great on your charcuterie board, or just with some crackers, or whatever you like to serve a cheese ball with. So I hope that you'll try this recipe, or at least make a pumpkin out of your own cheese ball recipe. But I hope that you'll give this a try. Today we'll be making a fun treat. Can also be used as an appetizer or put on a charcuterie board. But it's called Pretzel Caramel Apple Bites. So let's get started. Okay, these are the simple ingredients that you'll need. You need some sort of small pretzel. It can be the round ones or the regular pretzels. I have about 30 and about 30 caramels that have been unwrapped. That's the longest part of the procedure. And then one apple, medium to large apple that has been cut into chunks. And there again, I have about 30 of those. So the first thing that we'll do would be to line our pretzels. And they can be pretty close to each other because you're going to just add a little caramel piece on top. I have my oven preheated to 250. Now I'll place one caramel on each pretzel. Your kids or grandkids would love to help with this. Okay, I'll pop these in our preheated oven at 250 and bake them for about 5 or 6 minutes, watching them closely. We just want to make sure they're soft. Then we're going to put the pieces of apple on top. So I'll come right back. Okay, the caramels are soft, so I'm going to quickly put the apple pieces on. I'm using some large or long toothpicks to go through the apple here. That will make it easier for little ones to pick up. And then just smash down. I guess you could, if you wanted to, smash those down a little bit more too. I can see that without the toothpick, the apple probably wouldn't stick to it. Look at those cute little pretzel caramel apple bites. They're going to be a big hit. I hope that you'll try these. Super simple. How many of you love the butter at Texas Roadhouse? We sure do. The rolls are great too, but that butter, oh yum. Some people call it cinnamon butter, some people call it honey butter, some call it cinnamon honey butter. What do you call it? We just call it cinnamon butter, but I have found a recipe that is very close to the original recipe, and you're going to want to try this. So let's get started. Okay, the ingredients that we need are 1/2 cup or 1 stick of softened butter. If you use salted butter, then you don't need to add any salt, but if you're using unsalted, you'll want a pinch of salt. 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and 1.5 tablespoons of honey. So we'll start by creaming the butter. It is a real creamy and airy texture, so that's what we're going to be working for. So I'm going to go ahead and cream the butter for several minutes. Okay, I think my butter is creamed enough. You can kind of tell when it starts getting a lot lighter in color. Now I will add the powdered sugar and the honey, and then the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, now I will whip that. And there again, I'm just going to whip until I feel like it's nice and airy, making sure everything is getting incorporated. Okay, I think we have the right texture here. Okay, I'm going to taste a little bit just to make sure we've got the right combination. Okay, I have some rolls in the oven, so when they come out, we're going to try them and see. We love dinner rolls with our meals. And sometimes there's just not enough time to make the dough and all of that. And so it's nice to have these frozen dinner rolls. And what I like about those is you can just pull them out of the freezer and pop them on a cookie sheet, let them rise. It's just a couple minutes of putting them on the cookie sheet, and then they rise, and then you put them in the oven, and they look and taste just like delicious homemade rolls. So when you can't make them yourself, this is a great choice. So what we're going to do today, though, is to make them into the shape of a pumpkin. So you're going to want to follow along. This is so easy and it's super cute. You're going to want these on your holiday table. So first of all, we take the dough balls, and when you buy the frozen ones, they have little grids on the bottom. Those are the ones that are the side that you put down on your greased cookie sheet. And what we have to do first is to just let them rise or let them thaw a little bit before we can cut them to make them like pumpkin. So I'm going to do 12 here. If I were doing this for our whole family, I need a couple cookie sheets, large cookie sheets. It's as simple as that. Now I'm going to cover the rolls with a greased piece of plastic. And then just flip it over. Now I'll let that thaw for about 2 or 3 hours until the dough is workable. And then we'll come back and shape them. It's going to be so cute. Okay, our rolls are now thawed. So I will remove the plastic. And then I'll just take each one and make about 5 little slits in it. Not trying to mess with it too much. Not going all the way through to the center, or not going all the way through the center, but kind of to the center. Okay, then I'll just place it back down. You want to make sure that they're spread out a little bit because they will raise and touch each other if they're too close. Okay, now I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of, well, let's see, poke an indentation in the center, and that's where we'll put a stem a little bit here. Okay, now we'll cover them back up, let them continue to rise. Now there is a recipe that I've seen where you let them thaw a little bit, or you're using a freshly made dough, and then you wrap string around it and all that, and that is so cute. That turns out great too, but it's a lot more work. So this is a simple version of that. So we'll let these rise and we'll pop them in the oven. Okay, our rolls have risen and they're ready to go in the oven that's been preheated to 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll come back when they get out of the oven. Well, the rolls have come out of the oven. Mine are a little close, and so just like I was saying earlier, you want to keep them far enough apart. It'll be fine. It's just they're not quite as beautiful like that. So what I'll do first is to coat them all with a little bit of butter, make them a little shiny. Okay, and then I'm going to use cashews as the stem. I had made an indentation, but obviously not quite far enough, so let me go ahead and put the stems in all of these. Then I have a special guest over here just waiting to sample, and what he's most excited about is sampling some of this Copycat Texas cinnamon butter.
Hi everybody.
This is my husband Mike, but we'll sample the roll and the cinnamon butter. There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my. Oh, that is really good. We don't need to go to Texas Roadhouse anymore.
Well,
Maybe.
the steaks are pretty good.
The steaks are pretty good.
So, thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe to the channel and come back again for more videos. The directions and everything will be down below. See you soon.
Peace out.
Oopsie. Oops. His tail feathers are splitting here. He just got caught in the wind. quarter cup pepper. There you go, you can see the indentations. Now, what I'm gonna do now is open it back up and do that over again because I forgot to roll it in cheese. Whoop. Oops. Don't want to waste any of that stuff.